Hello, beautiful ones. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This evangelist Blossom Amos on your way again. I'm here to share a vital and an important insight of a book written by Dr. Sunday Adelaja, and which called The Mountain of Ignorance. Yes, the mountain of ignorance. You know, the information of this book, the benefit of this book enable you to know that ignorance is the trace of a lot of societal problems there. We are really a lot of societal challenges that is befalling our society these days, our society, our nation, and the world at large. You will agree with me. There are a lot of things, a lot of unpleasant things that is happening around us. You agree with me that many majority of them have traits to do with ignorance. As a matter of fact, there are different categories of ignorance. It's only few of the societal problem that we are encountering. Some of the societal problem that is only few that is just natural. You know, when we're talking about there, like we have categories of ignorance. There are natural ignorance. This natural ignorance that has no, that is the information on this on the information is not available. So that make it a natural. Is a natural, like when the natural occurrences occur. You know, so that information to put a solution to it is not available. You know, all those are just some are that still on their way. Scientists are still making research, you know, but the one that is just the information that is available already, but people refuse to learn, people refuse to accept this truth. They refuse to continue learning. They refuse to say no. They refuse to say no to ignorance. They refuse to pay attention to it, and it's just affecting them, mankind. It's destroying our world, and that is the reason why I took it upon myself. I've read this book. The benefit of this book made the scars on my face to fell off from my eyes, and the ignorance on my mind, it pulled it out. And the only way that can eradicate this ignorance out of our mind is knowledge. That is why I took it upon myself to come and share this knowledge with you, so that you can also say no to the issue of ignorance. God, when you look at what the Bible we are telling us, that even God himself, he acknowledged the fact that this ignorance is an element of destruction. That is why he said that my people are only destroyed. He said God's own people, not the people of devil. God, his own people, God of all people, God of all, the creator of heaven and earth. Yeah? He said that his own people, he could not help their ignorance, because the only solution to the issue of ignorance is knowledge. Knowledge that is based on truth. We're talking about knowledge, not false knowledge. We're talking about knowledge that is based on truth, facts, and principles. That the result will be guaranteed. That is what we're talking about. That is why I titled this channel to be the kingdom of knowledge, because the kingdom of God is a God of knowledge. You can see how he created the whole. Somebody that has no knowledge, he cannot create heaven and earth. You can see it take a wisdom, it take knowledge, it take thinking, it take thinking. So when we are seeing the differences between many of us, many Africa, especially a nation like this ignorant, especially a continent like Africa, Nigeria precisely. Many of us, we are running to the Western world. Many run to Europe. Many run to different kind of country to go and look for survival, because they saw that the environment is not just too conducive any longer. The ignorance is just too much. You know, many just because of many just, you know, sell themselves out of to religion and be causing a lot of alarming situation. You know, so alarming. So it's a high time going to say no by acquiring this knowledge. Those are before, like for example. Let me tell you about a quote of a man, a well-known and a man of his status. He said that is Socrates. And Socrates, he make a quote, and he said, and I quote, he said that I know one thing that I know, that I know nothing. That he know one thing that he know, that he know nothing. That is a great philosopher. He could be able to assume himself to this extent that he know nothing. So as a matter of fact, the reason why before he makes a quote like this, he knew that the only way that can make him to become living, that will make him to keep on that makes him to keep on saying no to ignorance is to keep on acquiring knowledge. That is why it could be saying know nothing, meaning he's still wearing the attitude to keep on making research, learning, studies, and all of that. So we are not living in an era where people, when people said that they know it all. So that is why we see a lot of educated but ignorant of a lot of things. Educated but ignorant. That is so that educated but ignorant. Have you ever heard the word like that? Wow. Yes, educated but ignorant. Why? That is why you see a doctor smoking in their hand, smoking cigarette. He's a doctor. He know the consequences of that smoking. Yet he smoke. He knew everything, that all the consequences it can imply. But yet he find himself smoking it. He find himself smoking it. That you know, and that that is another category of ignorance. There are different varieties of ignorance. So today I want to make you to understand that a wise man, before the Lord will say, look at what the Lord said here. The Lord said in the book of Hosea, when you begin to look at that Bible, he said, my people destroy. My people destroy for what? For lack of knowledge. Why did he say so? He didn't say people of devil. He didn't say the people of Satan. His own people, he could not help it. So how do they reject? Say because they are rejected knowledge. He have already rejected them. And he will reject their children. He will reject the high priest. Wow. Why those are so, is a dangerous comment. And it's a dangerous comment. And he says, so how do they reject knowledge? They reject what does that imply? What does that mean? When you now say you know it, or the moment you are wearing the mentality that you already know it all, meaning you are rejecting knowledge. Look at a great philosopher here. A great philosopher say the only thing that he know, the one thing that he know nothing. He knew what he was talking about because he wanted to continue knowing, he wanted to continue learning. That just like what Apostle Paul was telling Timothy in 2 Timothy. He said, Timothy, learn to show yourself approved to God and to humanity. As far as you are concerned, God don't want you to, because God cannot help you in the issue of ignorance. He cannot help you with your ignorance. When you are walking in light, you are in light, you are acquiring knowledge, you want to know, you are searching for knowledge. God will not continue to give you revelation. He will continue to enhance you in knowledge and understanding and wisdom. So this is the kind of the world we want to build for ourselves, and we want it to breathe so that it can bring glory to God. So the insight of this book, it makes us to understand that a wise man is always willing to learn. And we always ask questions. We're not living in an era, especially a nation like Nigeria, the culture will never permit the young ones to ask questions. The society, the culture, the tradition, it never permits, it never encourages people to ask questions. When you ask questions, try to question the authority, the people in power, the people in authority, they will accuse you wrongly. You will be, they will persecute you. They will accuse you of what you know nothing about, because they don't want you to keep on questioning their authority, to keep on questioning what they are doing, what they are not doing well, what they are not doing right. And in a world like that, they can never be changed. So we not before light. It's only light. It says we are the light of the world. So the only way that can eradicate this ignorance of our mind, the ignorance that is destroying economy, destroying the different sphere, destroying a lot of things, and bringing destruction to our world. The only thing that can eradicate it, that can make us say no, that can make us to put down the walls of this ignorance, is to continue willingly to learn, continue learning, and always ask questions, questioning the challenges, questioning the situation. Why is things like this? Why is things not done like this? Why is this? How many years has this person being occupied? Why is it not result? Why is this not yielding result? Why is this not? Why is this thing not like this? Why can't we change this? What is not benefiting any tradition, any system that is not benefiting humanity? What is culture? Culture is being implemented by you and me, by people. It's by that people that can also amend culture when it's not beginning to, when it's not benefiting anybody, when it's bringing calamity, when it's bringing some traditional cultural ignorance, traditional, that is also ignorance, another type of ignorance. like the one that was in Cross River, Calabar in Nigeria, that they were taking the life of twins. That was a culture, but that culture was not. It was instead of to save people, that they implemented that culture, they create that culture for the benefit of people. It were rather taking the lives of the poor innocent children, until Mary Slessor. Mary Slessor break out of her comfort zone, and I said, no, enough is enough for this darkness from a Scottish woman. She went to that Calabar to go and put an end to it, to say, no, this is not like this darkness, because why? Ignorance is a darkness. Is what darkens a man's heart, for that will not enable him to do what is right, what is correct, and what is perfect. So enough. That is why I have to take it upon myself. I say, I cannot just, when I read this book, I don't need anyone to lay hand on my head again, because the scar fell off of my eye. And the ignorance, the darkness of my mind disappear automatically. It disappear, pam. So that is how I want the ignorance, the darkness on your mind to also disappear, and for neighbor, the scar on your eyes to fell off from your eyes, and for enable you to as God always demanded you to be creative and to innovate and to build a better society for your community and for your nation and the world at large, so that you can be able to bring bring glory to God. So a wise man, we always willing to learn, and we always ask questions. The only reason why people will find it difficult to admit to the fact that they are not ignorant is also ignorant. When somebody says, I'm not ignorant, the only reason why someone will say is not ignorant, either you are ignorant in one area or the other. I'm still in the school, I'm in a school of thought to continue learning. That is the school of thought I'm working in. I am living in the school of thought of continuous learning. So somebody that will say, no, I don't, this is not, many people that will overlook what I'm saying now, because they thought that, no, this is not my, I have no, that is rejection of knowledge. So many people, the only reason that will make them to feel that they know it all, or they are not ignorant in one way or the other, they never accept their ignorance. It's still matter of ignorance on their mind that led them to that condition, to that situation. So ignorance is a form of pride. Ignorance is what causes pride. What led to pride, especially when somebody is ignorance, led to a lot of destruction. It can lead to a destruction of anger. You'll be angry. You will be angry. Anger will make, when you are angry, when you have anger in your mind, your pride will enter. It will attract. It will attract another result, negative results. It will bring the destruction of pride. It will bring the destruction of pride. Then when the pride will come, arrogance will enter. Superiority will not come. Whereby you look at superiority will not enter. A lot of superiority will come. Superiority complex, foolishness, and etc. A lot of junks will come to occupy your mind, and that is darkness. All those are the evidence, are the weapons of darkness. So all those things cannot help. It cannot help mankind. It cannot help us. So I'm here to hear of any great man who was not studious and very open to knowledge. Ignorance is a great limitation, while knowledge is a power. Choose what you want today. Choose what you want today. Some say knowledge is difficult and expensive, but I bet you the price you will pay for ignorance is far higher than the price you are going to pay to get knowledge. It's far higher than. When whatsoever ignorance are what you don't know. Ignorance cannot spare you because you don't know. Have you ever seen a substance a poisonous substance? You say because it's water, you don't know that it's in that water you drink it. It will always affect you, will harm you. So that is why we're going to know that what is the consequences of this action. What is when the consequences is bigger than the action you are about to take, then you better not take it at all. It does not worth it. But when the consequences is the action you are about to take is greater in future and in every area is bigger, you now know it worth it. So the consequences of ignorance is always grievous. Is always tragedy, end with sorrow. So that is why we now say is a high time we're going to say no to the issue of ignorance. So the price you pay for ignorance, the action you take of ignorantly and all of that is far higher than the price you pay to acquire knowledge. How much will you buy? Will it cost you to buy just a book? It will not cost you anything to take a one knowledge, because one book will give you one idea. Two books will give you, you will learn, you will get two ideas. So you paid to get knowledge. The price for ignorance is a lifetime pain, regret, and that sober reflection. You know, when that part of memory, especially many of us that ignorantly is, as you are, for example, you are growing up as a young woman. Believe the time is just, it's not just helping. We can continue sometime again. So do not allow yourself to be trapped by this web, by this ignorance. May the good Lord bless you. I will come back some other time. Just subscribe. We'll continue from where we stop now. Bye.